și vom continua foarte puternic pe gender diversity, pentru că următorul nostru speaker înainte de pauză este una dintre membrele noastre al Asociației CIO Council, extraordinar de, cum să spun, care muncește foarte mult, care are foarte multe rezultate practice, care prezintă efectiv din portofoliu propriu de proiecte, să spunem așa, și îmi face o mare plăcere să o invit alături de noi pe colega noastră Gabriela Stănică, bine a venit alături de noi, care va dezbate realmente dacă Artificial Intelligence va dezbate despre miturile și realitățile AI și despre aplicabilitatea în retail. Mulțumim foarte mult, Gabi.
If you allow me, Hugo, I will speak in English. Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here today. First time for me in BNR, second time on the stage of the CIO Council. Thank you for the invitation. So today I will be speaking about AI and Gen AI in retail. Do we use it? Does it help us? If yes, how? So first I decided to speak about numbers. I heard a lot about the benefit in the business, right? That's the most important, the benefit in the business. So if we look at AI in the retail market globally, in 2022 was estimated at $6 billion USD. And it's estimated to grow approximately 30% on a yearly basis and to reach over 100 billion USD by 2032. It's huge numbers. Moving forward, generative AI. I will speak a bit about my beliefs about generative AI today. But before, I wanted to share with you a recent McKinsey study, which is very interesting and very powerful, right? And it says that Gen AI has the potential to impact the productivity in retail in between 1.2 and 2% out of the total revenue, which actually translates into benefits of almost 400 billion USD globally. Huge numbers. Let's deep dive a bit on the AI in retail. For us, it's clear that AI in retail, it brought an innovation, a technological innovation. Global retail industry is complex, right? It was disrupted, continues to be disrupted, and is one of the most dynamic and unpredictable. Why? Various factors. It started with COVID, post-COVID, inflation, customers' preferences are changing, and so on and so forth. And very interestingly, globally, retail produced over 4,000 exabytes data per year. And this number is growing exponentially, minute by minute. Imagine in retail, and I see here also George, every store open, every product added to the shelf, every provider that is selling through Carrefour brings additional complexity, additional data. So the challenge is, how do we overpass this complexity and how do we take value out of data with AI? It's a huge challenge, right? What we noticed over the last couple of years, and I will speak today about two concrete examples in Carrefour Romania with AI bringing benefits, we noticed that artificial intelligence can and has the power to change retail in an intelligent way. So if we look across the whole chain in retail, right, artificial intelligence has solutions and impact in every single step, from customer acquisition and interaction with the customers. We speak a lot and for many years about personalized promotions. That's not a news anymore. We speak about chatbots, and we speak about listening to our customers in real time. Then if we go into the store operations, some cases of the artificial intelligence are in the fraud detection. And today I'll speak a bit about what do we do about fraud detection with AI. Then merchandise and assortment. In merchandise and assortment, I said this a lot. We have over 50,000 SKUs. We have different formats in the stores. We have different customers, different regions in the market, right? How do we make sure we have the right price and the right assortment in every single store format? Imagine that cannot be done manually anymore on Excel, right? We need powerful tools, we need artificial intelligence, or it can, but it takes thousands of people in the office, right? Which we don't really afford because we have to be efficient. Then if we go into the logistics and fulfillment, with over 400 stores, with our own logistic warehouses and chain, right? We have to be efficient. We have to be able to provide the vegetables, fresh vegetables in the stores every morning. And we have to make sure we do not waste those products, right? Those are sold, are in the right quantity so that we do not waste the food. So let's speak about two concrete business cases with AI in Carrefour Romania. So how do we drive value through AI in Carrefour? And Laurențiu mentioned about the need on the business side, right? How did we start and why did we want to implement this solution? Well, there were a couple of questions at the top management, by the way. We do not have anyone in Carrefour who is responsible with AI. We have people who recognize the business problem, the need, and then we work together to identify what could be the solution to help them, right? So there were questions. How do we engage with our customers in real time when they need us? Can we understand how they feel about the brand? Can we react fastly to their comments across the social media? And more importantly, when they speak on social media, do we understand the context? Can we understand patterns? Can we understand emerging topics, emerging needs, or even crises with some solutions? And the answer was yes, we can. We can with social listening and community management, which is an AI-driven solution. What do we do with it, right? And here, probably the ones which are familiar will also recognize the technology, but that's not the point today, right? We can listen and we can understand what the customers are speaking about on all the social media. We do not need an army of people in the customer service to react to those cases. This is linked with the CRM, and the customer agents are reacting in real time with our customers' interactions. And we can also measure the emotional, what did I do? Okay. We can also measure how do they feel about Carrefour? How do they engage with us? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they, how are they, right? You see here, and I intentionally marked with white the name of our competitors, right? We can also see how do they feel about us on certain topics versus the competitors. I left Carrefour Romania, of course, because we have some positive mentions about some topic, but then at the bottom, those are our competitors. And we can see real time what's happening on the social media and react. This solution is live in Carrefour Romania for a while. We are again in the group, the first country to have such a solution, and the other countries are following. And that's because I have a strong team, of course, part of which is here with me today. Thank you, guys. Next one. Next real case about using artificial intelligence to drive value in retail. The second business question. Actually, I wanted to ask you, anyone knows what that is in the room? George Faur for sure. And my team is actually a self-checkout, right? It's the self-checkout that you see in the store and you probably use. So the reality is, despite of the discussions that why retailers are putting self-checkout and so on, the reality is that self-checkout are used by the customers. They like shopping in the self-checkout. They like the frictionless interaction with the self-checkout, and it's easy to use, right? On the retailer side, that comes with risks. The fraud can increase at the self-checkout, right? You can easily go there and say, not scan intentionally or unintentionally. You can do it. The fraud risk for retailers is big with the self-checkout. So we had a lot of discussions, I think it was 1.5 years ago, with our security, with our top management. What do we do about it, right? We had a couple of options. Not to put self-checkout, or to destroy, let's say, the experience of the customer in the self-checkout, to make them measure, to make them put the product on the weight and so on and so forth, or find a different solution. Also, as you probably know, once you are on the self-checkout, the chances for a security agent to stop you are quite high, and you don't necessarily want that, right? To open up the bag and show and so on and so forth. So those interactions could be unpleasant and could be difficult, right, for us. So do we have a solution for that in Carrefour Romania now? Yes, we do have. We are using visual AI that detects currently both intentional and unintentional scam, because not everyone, it's badly intended, but maybe you forget a product on the basket, maybe you don't scan it, maybe the system doesn't work, whatever the cases are. So if you want to try it, you are invited in the Carrefour stores. We are rolling this out at scale right now. We had a period in which we trained the algorithm for a couple of months in all of the stores. So what happens? You go there, you do an on-scan, right? We can see there is an on-scan with the visual AI, and based on the gestures that customer is doing, we put an alert to the customer saying, are you sure you scanned your product, right? So we want to help, we want to drive the customer to scan correctly, right? Because as I said, some don't necessarily want to steal, they just don't do it, right? And then if at the second scan you continue the behavior, the self-checkout is gonna be blocked, and then someone from the store will come and help you, right? If you really want to see what happened, right, we can replay the GIF and you can see that you didn't scan the product, right? So there is no big debates between the security agents and so on. Very big impact and very supportive to the business, right? It was driven by security, by IT, a lot of investment in the network because we need real-time response from the server side and so on and so forth. But we did it, it's live, it brings value, and we are scaling it and we are rolling it out pretty quickly, I would say. Now, I could speak about more use cases in Carrefour Romania with using AI, but I think we don't have the time. We have AI for price, for markdown, for promotion. We have AI for demand planning, and so on and so forth. I think for the sake of time, I wanted to discuss with you a bit about generative AI in retail, which is a new topic for us. And I mentioned at the beginning, what is the value estimated by McKinsey that could bring? Of course, we cannot ignore this number, right? So we started to look into and see how it can help retail. Let me start by saying first that I'm not an expert on this topic, right? I'm probably as fascinated as you all are about generative AI. And we all know and we recognize this technology is at the hype. I saw Gartner at the beginning, generative AI, it's clearly there on the top of the curve. Now, everyone is talking about it. Companies, including Carrefour, are looking at it. But additionally, companies started to question some of the ethical aspects of generative AI, including Carrefour, including Gen Z developers about the cost and so on and so forth. I think trust, it's still something that we have to manage together and understand a bit more. Personally, I'm quite scared about the fact that with only 3 seconds of voice, someone can clone your voice, right? So imagine you get a call and your child is in distress and someone is asking for money. What would you do? It's scary, right? For me, at least, it's scary, and I think for all the parents. And this is happening now, and it can be done, and we need to pay attention to the trust issues, right? However, we cannot deny the speed of adoption and what's happening lately. I found this graph very interesting, right? And probably you know it, but I wanted to put it here because I find it very powerful. ChatGPT, it took 2 months to reach 100 million unique users. If we put those things in perspective, right? To Instagram, it took 2.5 years. And if we look at Netflix, it took 18 years. So the speed of adoption is huge. And things are moving really fast. Now, beyond numbers, I saw Amazon earlier and so on and so forth. I just wanted to put those 3 things here because they are recent and it proves clearly what's happening and how fast it's happening on the Gen AI. Alexa, right, becomes more intelligent. They do have Gen AI capabilities and will be more intuitional. I don't find the right English word, right? But it's going to be more smart when you interact with it. Then in October, I think, DALL-E 3 was launched. Also Google, our partners from Google, they launched Gemini. I think it's less than 1 month ago. And Gemini is multimodal, right? It's going to be able to generate and process multiple type of data, 3D, video, text, voice, and so on and so forth. All of this just in a couple of months. So maybe now the $1 million question for retail and for all of us, right? What will be the impact of this? Will it be revolutionary? Will it be transformational? What it will happen? Well, in Carrefour, the true answer is we don't know. We are listening to experts, we are listening to private equity firms, we participate in a lot of conferences, right? And what do they say? They say it will be, but not alone. Gen AI, together with robotics, together with 5G, together with blockchain technologies, could be revolutionary. So imagine, a bit to earth, let's say, in Carrefour, if we combine Gen AI with virtual reality, you're going to a store, you want to buy a TV, right? And we have a virtual agent that goes with you in the store and it's able to answer all the questions you might have and guide you through the purchasing journey. It could be quite powerful, right? Especially that today in the stores, let's be honest, it's hard to find someone that can explain you about that specific TV. It could be quite powerful and revolutionary. But now, in Carrefour, do we believe in it? Honestly, as I said, we are paying attention to it. We are experimenting. And I just wanted to share with you this fact, right? That our global CTO launched a Gen AI community in Carrefour. So we speak about it a lot. Everyone can join and learn. And we work together to experiment. We also know by speaking with our suppliers, with our partners, that Gen AI could help particularly in the field of sales, customer service, and marketing. It can provide productivity, it can change a lot the way we work, right? And probably you know, it's seen by some specialists as powerful as the introduction of internet or the iPhone was, right? It could be combined with other technology, a new industrial revolution. Let's see. So this is gonna be my last slide, just because I promised we're gonna tell you practically what we do with Gen AI at Carrefour, beside the community, right? We are working with our partners, and actually that was made publicly available in June. We already have 2 use cases with Gen AI in partnership with our partners from Google and so on and so forth. They are now live in France, not yet in Romania, probably soon. We'll see after it's trained and we learn more. There is a robot for shopping that accompany you on the website of Carrefour and can guide you through what is it that you can buy based on a budget you have. based on some specific allergies or whatever things you have. It's a human-like interaction, and it helps you to pick the right product. Second one, and of course that helps on increasing the revenue, right? And it helps with the customer interaction, and it gives personalized promotion. So a lot in this solution. And second one, and the last one, it's a Gen AI powered marketing studio. Probably you know that to generate a marketing campaign, currently it takes between 4 and 6 weeks, right? With this solution that we are experimenting right now, by knowing what was in the past, what's the brief for the next one, what is it that we want to achieve, it can be done in minutes. It's super powerful. We are testing it, learning it, and for sure it's gonna bring a lot of business value. So I think I'm close to my time. Thank you very much. And I'm taking for questions.
Thank you very much, Gabriela. Absolutely. Well, absolutely amazing. So honestly, I'm impressed about what you've done in Carrefour, and it's really amazing to see that artificial intelligence is really applied in business. So you're performing the sentiment analysis, which is absolutely astonishing. There are a lot of capabilities here. You have also visual. So if I want to steal something from Carrefour by mistake or maliciously,
you'll be gently notified first.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And also you got into the Gen AI. Absolutely astonishing. There is a question from the audience. Who is actually in control of developing of AI? I would imagine that this is probably, is it the business, is it the IT?
Well, I like to say that there is no business or IT. I personally was hired as a CIO, and then I took over the e-commerce business. So we are working very closely together. It's a combination, right? Business expresses what is the problem, and then they work with us closely to select the technology. And to be honest, I don't even know if they know it's AI behind, right? Some of them do. Some of them, they just enjoy the outcome, and they're amazed by how fast they can make decisions based on those tools, or how much the help from those solutions can be seen in the bottom line, so to say.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding stock management and pricing. Are the results provided by AI better than the results provided by the traditional algorithms?
So I will start with the pricing, which is of course a very sensitive topic, right? Yes, we are working with AI currently. It's not deployed at scale. It's almost there. So yes, we are working with AI to define the best price for the customer, and also in line with what the company wants to achieve, right? Being that price image, revenue, so sales on volumes, and so on. And on the stock side, yes, we do have a solution for the demand planning and automatic replenishment from the warehouse to the stores to make sure we have the right number of products delivered at the right time in the right store.
Gabriela Stănică, mulțumesc foarte mult. Thank you very much, CIO Carrefour. Mulțumesc foarte mult.